my life. I'm not really sure. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Oh, I don't know. This is a very interesting subject. I just did a meeting uh, with a friend, and she's working right now for Handbrake, which is so exciting because this is this new platform. I'll let you know later what that meeting was about. And I want to talk about empty nesting, job loss, breakups. Give me 1 second. Let me change this. Breakups and what else? Job loss. Okay, so everything and all of the problems that I'm doing right now, essentially I've been hi babe. Thank you. Give me a kiss. Te amo. Gracias. So all of the situations that I've given so far, they have to do with identity crisis. They have to do with like why we're so attached to this identity that we have created. And I had this realization of like why I've been playing the savior my entire life, why I was so attached to this version of me who wanted to help others, and what that meant for me, right? And it's so hard to do something different because we've attached so much meaning to, for example, being somebody else's partner, being somebody else's mom, being whatever job title you have. Like, we have it so hard, and I think it's hard for us to notice what identity we have created for ourselves. And life kind of shows us that whenever something is not working. So it's a very interesting subject when life forces us to wake up, forces us to like open our eyes to be like, yes, like this son that I've created is no longer living with me, but my dad has always told me, my dad has always told me, whatever you raise a child, you can aim as far as I don't know how to say this in English actually. You can aim as high as you can, but the tree will grow its own way. So you can only do the best you can. It is up to the child which road he or she is going to take. So we are so attached to this identity we have created, and it's hard for us to do something different until we stop and kind of realize we're suffering. And my journey started with me wanting a better partner, me wanting to attract this provider man, this version of myself who was no longer living. I mean, I knew that there was something bigger and better for me. So we are so attached. So for me, creating this video, I would love to ask you, like, what is your identity? Who are you attached yourself What identity have you created for yourself that is now your reality? And also, like for example, if somebody breaks up with you, it's not about you being the partner of that person. It's about, oh, that person didn't choose you. Oh, that person needs to grow. And even though I have like a different view from what I had when I was younger, I really think that um, life has a different way of teaching us all different stuff, but we're essentially going through the same wounds. Like we all have same fears. We all have, I mean, at some extent, I'm not saying everyone is the same. I'm only saying that we all have similar things that we're going through. We have similarities. So I wanted to come online again and like be on and create this live for the people who are going through a breakup right now, the people who are like empty nesting, the people who have just suffered a job loss in this economy that we're in right now. Like if you're not constantly looking to better yourself, constantly to keep updating your knowledge, you're essentially going, I mean, you're essentially going to stay behind, and in this job crisis, I would have to say, I mean, I've learned this since I was in college, like that you have to constantly continue to invent yourself and continue reading, continue like, what's the new thing, what's the new step, like it piles up on all of the knowledge. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you are tuning in from, because I would love to know. And I've decided to like I was saying before, let me finish what I was going through the other day. I was kind of realizing this part of myself who was being attached to this new version of me. And just like I said before, just because I teach something doesn't mean that I've become that perfect. Like, no, I'm still on the way. I'm human just like you are, and we're essentially we're going to make mistakes. Even though I want the best intentions, we're going to make mistakes, and I'm actually not afraid of making them. Like, yeah, I'll get up and continue. And I've created this, I was realizing, right, my patterns. And just to put into perspective, I'm going to share something that's a little bit vulnerable, but I've always been the people who organizes, the person who takes accountability, or is hyper responsible and wants others to be better, right? And kind of give unwanted advice. I've learned not to, because it doesn't serve me or the other person who's receiving it. Because there has to be some type of transaction between, if somebody wants to get helped, he or she has to reach out, he or she has to pay the course. There has to be some type of transaction. Me, as like, most people already kind of know what to do, but they're stuck in that pattern and they don't want to do something different, because like they're just still learning. They haven't opened their eyes yet to decide they're available for something different. So second, I was like I was saying the story. So like I was saying the story, um, I'm the type of person who's like the support, like I'm the support of other people. And I was wondering, who am I if I'm not that? Like, really listen to that. Who am I? I was questioning myself. Who am I if I don't serve this purpose? And then the answer came to me like, oh, I am nothing. And it's holding the belief of I'm nothing, but I'm also everything. It's holding the belief that you are wholesome. It's holding the belief that you are here for a higher purpose. Like, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without the higher power. I wouldn't be able to stand here and be live, accepting comments or accepting to be in the presence of other people if it wasn't for the higher power guiding me in this path. Like, everything in my life has had its purpose. That's why I say, like, no matter where you are, you can do something different for yourself. If you want to do better, if you want to make more money, if you want to attract the right partner, like, you have to start somewhere. And where is that? Maybe it's you coming to the masterclass that I'm hosting at the end of the month. Maybe it's you realizing that your emotions and your thoughts are working against you right now. You're reacting to every situation that you're having right now. Let me know if this resonates with you, because I would love to interact with some of you. I have a pile of clothes in the back because I'm going to Miami tomorrow. I'm obviously going to continue doing my lives between 1 to 5. And I honestly just wanted to come here because to shed some light on what I've been going through and how manifestation and everything that's happening around us and all of our triggers are truly connected to our desires right now. Sorry, there you go. Alright, I just needed to put my I just needed to put my laptop to charge. And since I'm using a new software, we need both of them. So I just wanted to share and tell you that you're not alone if you're going through a breakup. You are deeply supported. Just don't forget that. If you are going through a crisis, if your life is really changing, just allow that. Let's give some space for that to happen. Allow uncertainty. We are so uncomfortable with certainty, and we distract ourselves with social media. We distract ourselves binge watching shows. We are so distracted with everything that is surrounding us, and in this busy world, in this busy lifetime, you need to allow uncertainty for the triggers to come up. If you're manifesting something, need to let go of this identity crisis that you're going through. You're having this identity crisis because you've become so attached to what that means, what it means to be you, what it means to be a mother, what it means to be a partner, what it means to have your job title. And you need to allow change. You need to allow uncertainty. And once you enter this world, change is not going to happen overnight. Let me be the bearer of bad news. But I wouldn't say they're bad news, but it just teaches us patience. You're going to have different results. And I'm so excited to be hosting this masterclass June 30th, because we're going to open the container to people that are so inspired to become better. I am very excited for this. I'm actually going to show you, but it has to do with everything that's written in the board. I don't know. The board. So it has to do with your emotions and like what interpretation, what that means. It has to do with your mind, with the thoughts, with the limiting beliefs that you are having. It has to do with your actions. This is all happen subconsciously. And once you kind of were able to sit with this for a period of time, you'll be surprised on what you are able to accomplish. You have to allow a grace period. You have to allow the triggers to come up, because triggers are always going to be there. Triggers are never going to stop. Triggers are going to happen until you die. Yeah, you wouldn't be here on this earth if you wouldn't be here on this earth than to have an evolution. And I want to remind you, I was speaking with a friend today with the pen site, the meeting that I had earlier, and she reminded me how I made her feel. She reminded me how important it is to share this, I guess, what I see in others. And is that you're not only a mom, you're not only this person that you've created, you're a soul. And that soul has a purpose. That soul has a purpose. the emotions, the actions, the thoughts, I say actions or behaviors, they're all creating your identity. Once you're able to figure out what identity is, what that identity you've created, yeah, you could do something different. Like this inner work, this inner journey about like meeting yourself and stepping up into the next level. I have like my entire body is full of chills right now because the message, the transmission is coming through. And I just want to let you know that you're so supported, that you're not alone, that people want to be around you. Before you share anything with anyone, sit with it. You'll sit with it. So for a long enough period, so whenever you share, it's from a place of wholeness, not from a place of scarcity, not from a place of, oh, I need to help you. Like, yeah, you cannot help someone if you cannot help yourself first. So if you're being called, I'm going to put the masterclass down in the description box so you're able to join me this June 30th. I'm so excited to have you there because we're going to have a lot of breakthroughs. We're going to have a really high vibe energy. Right? Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.